Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sampurasun. Hello, nice people there. And welcome back with me to the UNITALK program, still at Stravis TV. And don't you know that there are nice people? At the previous episode, we did talk about NLP for English public speaking. And the coach Alkha here, still here for sure. At the previous episode was talking deeper about 4 pillars. Am I right?
Yes,
4 pillars. And for this episode, we're trying to talk more about NLP for English public speaking, and NLP try to put into like more technical.
That's right.
Things, right? So let's elaborate about it. Still with him.
All right, let's do it.
So, welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you very
again.
much. It's really great.
So, what are you going to say about technical?
Okay,
Yeah.
Technical English public speaking with NLP is something interesting because we will cover this, not course, but we will cover this topic with specific knowledge which some people may not familiar about yet. So, how NLP really perceive public speaking or English public speaking? I can say English public speaking is part of communication. And NLP is really great tool for communication because we really think or we really look at how the way we process information and how we respond to it. And English public speaking is one way how we want to deliver a message, certain message, and how we want the audience to respond to our message.
Right.
So in NLP, I can say one phrase which really encapsulates everything in perhaps in one perspective. I can say it as speak their language.
Speak their language.
That's right.
Which mean, what are you going to say about it? I'm thinking deeper actually.
That's right. Because I'm putting multiple meaning in there.
yeah.
So speak their language means actually when we want to speak to people, to audience, for example, we really want to speak according to their unconscious language. Unconscious language means we all have different way of processing information in our mind. Some of us, we really like to process information by our visual perspective. So we like to see, we like to imagine, we like to picture. Okay? And some other people, they like to listen. They like to pay attention to what they listen more than to what they look at. So if we know how they really respond to information, we can really balance our presentation according to their unconscious language. For example, if you want to show or if you want to present and you know that, okay, I want to make my presentation balanced either visually or auditorially, then you know that you will have some body languages because those who really perceive information by visual aspect, they want to see something. If you just keep standing still, means nothing to see.
Yeah, really.
That's right.
I'm kind of person who will like to see people there delivering something with a body language. Not just stay like this, nothing to do.
But on contrary, those who really operate on auditory level, they don't really care about the body language, and they may not even see how we present. So we may perceive them as ignoring us, but they don't. They don't ignore us. It's just they really pay attention by their listening. So we may see them as someone who really looking at somewhere else, or they're like doing something else, but actually they keep listening and listening. So when we know how to treat them, we will balance our presentation. We will make our tonality, our intonation, and many things who has something to do with auditory, with listening. We will try to make it as bad as we can. While at the same time, we really maintain our body language, and really maintain our appearance, performance, because those who operate in visual, that's the thing that they want to look for.
So Coach Alkha, what do you suggest? Because as you explained it before, that we need to put visual everything, auditory in one place, right?
In one place. That's
And
right.
sometimes people get difficult to practice about it.
That's right.
So which one we should go first? Will you suggest we should go first with the visual or what? What would you say?
Okay, the first thing is always make peace with your own belief. So that's the first thing, because that's why I mentioned it earlier in my previous section. Make peace with your own belief in public speaking in English. It's fun.
Right.
And once you get that, once you enter the flow, the stage, first of all, you must really balancing your visual aspect.
Right.
Because they haven't heard you yet, but they already seen you.
Yeah.
So make sure that you really have a good appearance, representative, you polite, and they feel that you have some similarity with them. And once you get that state, you can start with your speech, the way you talk, the way you manage your tonality and everything. Be sure that you can touch their heart with your with the way you talk.
Right. You know, let me tell something more about the story of the very important person. His name is Steve Jobs.
Oh, yes.
During his presentation, he said that just take a look at this picture with no body language at all. I mean, he did actually, but not many. What do you think about it?
Well, because Steve Jobs is, I perceive Steve Jobs as someone who is really genius in presentation.
Right.
So he really knows how to hypnotize the audience by combining the visual and auditory aspect. Because when you show a picture, that's why we have a quote: "Picture speaks 1,000 words." Actually, visual speaks 1,000 words. That's why maintain our visual aspect, and again, train the way you speak. And I believe that UNITALK is one of good community.
Thank you.
Want to practice your because I've been there and I've seen the way you train your participants, and it's really good way to enjoy the fun English public speaking.
Thank you so much for that. And don't forget to always stay tuned here at UNITALK program at Trabis TV. So nice people there. That's what we have for this episode. Thank you so much, Coach Alkha, for being here.
My pleasure.
Hope to see you again at the next episode, at the next session, and bye-bye.